Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Well, today we are halfway through the first section, and after the next 3 weeks, we will have done a lot of movements because we're going to be working today, next week, and the week after on the brush knee sequence, which is a sequence which you can do, oh, I don't know, around your block if you'd like to. You just can keep going forever. It's at the park or across your room. It's a lovely thing. So you'll have a lot more practice opportunities in your toolkit when we're done. So I'm excited about that, as well as we will review what we have done so far and get some tips on all of that. So why don't we actually start that right now by let's do everything that we know, and then we'll do just more of the recent moves after that. And I will be very open to questions, but let's just do it together to warm up to start. Let's start out and prepare. And I'm actually going to take us through that today, just to remind everybody of that list that we have and remind myself. First of all, you want to be long and stretchy. The bottom half of you wants to be heavy. The top half of you, that long spine, that long neck, those drooping shoulders, that center of your chest, which is recessed but also lifted just a little bit. A lot of us have a tendency to slump, and that vacuum on top of our head. So it's kind of like our whole body is just hanging from our shoulders down, like we were on our own coat hanger. Long neck, head up, and even our arms are hanging, maybe little magnets on the ends of our maybe third fingers, just weighting them down a little bit. Feel that. Now, that last little thing, check that your knees are soft, you haven't locked them. And then are you really, have you kind of done something funny with your hips? What we want is those hips to droop a little. And we do that by imagining we're just about to sit in a chair, all while we keep this top down suspension going. This is prepare. Equal weight on both feet, or weight centered, and we're ready. Our spirit is elevated. Looking forward. Opening. Up, drift those arms, and pushing down. Left ward off, shifting left, turning out right, swinging right, all our weight to the right, swinging left, close step, and left ward off. Right ward off, shifting right, turning right. All our weight, left, grab, pull with that left arm, close step, right arm rises with that bird. Roll back, turning square, arms go right, and back we go, shifting back as we turn left. Reeling our arms in as we turn back square and move forward, shift forward for press. And push, arms separate. Back over that garage door and up on the diagonal with that push as you come forward. Single whip. Shifting back, hands flatten, turn, pull, throw in the corner, Arms continue to circle, shifting back. Watch that hand as it goes up and makes a hip hook, turning, stepping, and strike. Raise hands and step forward, shifting to the right, turning to the right. All our weight to the left, and open that hook. Bring your feet in, your arms in, they're circling and they circle out. White crane. Arms rotate, we pull. Circling our arms. Step, we're going to do that shoulder strike. One up, one down. Feel like we are really spreading our wings. Let's do that again, starting in, I'm just going to pick a direction. Let's start in this direction. One more time. Prepare. Opening. Coming up. And pushing down. And you're returning away from us, from me. Shift to the left. Turning to the right. All our weight to the right. Close step. And look away from the screen. Shifting right for the next move. Turning to the right. All our weight to the left. Arms close, step. And right ward off. Roll back. You're turning to the right. Your arms are rotating. Nice. And now you're shifting back and you're turning left. Reeling your arms in for press as you turn back to square and press out. Nice. Arms separate. Shifting back for push over that garage door and up the diagonal as you come forward. Single whip. Starting to shift back, hands flatten. We're going to grab, pull with that left arm follows. So does our right foot. We threw them in the corner. We shift back, pressing down, then up, make that hook. Step out, deflect and strike. Shifting back, turning to the right for raise hand, step forward, all our weight to the left. Let go. Come into that empty stance, 30% on that right foot. White crane. Arms rotate, pull, circle. All of our weight now moving right as our foot comes back down. And one up, one down for white crane. All right. So let's check in on those last two moves. So, all right, I still see some confidence. All right, given that, I would like to see you folks get into single whip. And then if you could do raise hands and step forward, and I'll watch, and followed by white crane spreads its wings. Let me know if you would you like me to call it? Raise hands and step forward. Okay, then I'm going to just sort of try to remember it while I'm doing it. Okay, raise hands and step forward. You're going to shift back and turn to the right, and then all your weight to the left. Our arms are going to circle, and you're going to step out. into an empty step with that right foot, heel touch. Okay, actually, let's do that one more time. So that one time, let me watch. Okay, remember, big bodies, big circles, okay? So here we are. I'm just gonna, maybe I'll do it this way. That'll help me, but you don't have to watch me. Just do what you're doing. You're gonna shift back. You're gonna turn to the right. All your weight to the left. Let go of that circle, arms coming in and out, and you're turning your body. Don't forget that. Turn, turn. Your arms come in and turn. This is where you're going to get your power, your energy is from that turn. All right. Let's try it one more time. Raise hands and step forward. We are in single whip. We're going to shift back, turn just 45 degrees all the way on the left foot. Arms circle in and out and turn 30% on that heel, that right heel. But 70% is on your back foot. Let's try that one more time. A few of us kind of look like this. You see how it looks like there's too much weight on the front? On the front, you want to be able to take that foot back, but you do want a lot of weight on it. You want both your feet grounded, but you want to be able to take that foot back. I realize this doesn't quite look like I'm in an empty step, but I am. All right, let's try it one more time. Again, this is my right side. I'm reversed to you right now. We're going to shift to the right, turn 45 degrees, all our weight to the left. We let go of our hook. Our arms circle in and out, and we turn as we come out. And much better, Gail, in keeping your weight back, but keep it back on that left foot. Yeah, yeah. All right, we're going to do it fast, just to get a little feel of it. We'll do it 3 times fast. Shift to the right, turn to the right, all our weight to the left, and circle and see if you can get that turn as you put that forward weight on. Turn. Just try it and you might be able to feel it as a martial arts move if you can. Shift to the right, turn, release, root, and turn your upper body left. All right. Gail, you look very centered, but you really should have a little more. I know you're capable of this. So that's why I'm picking on you. That's why I'm picking on you. You kind of look, it's a beautiful big step that you have, but you look, it may just be the way the camera angle is, but you look like you're like there's a lot of, you know what I think it is? I get this down. Sit a little more on the chair. Sit a little more on the chair. Try that. We'll do it one more time. I'm going to be like this. Shift to the right. All your weight to the left. Circle. Keep your hips down. Oh, that looks so much better. That looks so much better. Okay. And remember that weight is on that heel. Okay. How about everybody else? How are you feeling? I was picking on Gail there, but all right. So we will go on and see the next one. And that looks really good from the front, Gail. Nice, nice. All right. So let's do our next move. We'll do both of these together one more time. Shift, turn, release, circle in, out, And here we go to white crane. Arms rotate, pull down. See these arms circling? We're going to lift that right foot right about here, put it down again, and all our weight goes over fairly suddenly, and our gaze goes to this corner. Close step. Then right arm starts to come up. Everything comes to center here. And 30%. 30% on that left foot. Oh, that looks good. Right, now remember, see my hand here, my arm here, how much room I have out in front. Nice. And that my shoulder is as down as it can be. As down as it can be. Nice. Nice corrections, everybody. I think you're going to have this one. All right, let's go from here again. Shift, turn. Excuse me. All right, here we go. White crane. Bad allergies thing. We're going to pull down, circle, close, step, get that shoulder strike, other foot comes out. All right, and let me see that again. Let me watch you, just watch you do it.
It's starting. Hello. Sorry, I'm late.
Hi, Dario. And go on to white crane. All right, looking good. It's looking like people will be assisted by some calling here. So I'm going to maybe do it this way. So let me get here. Okay, so from raise hands and step forward, our right foot is forward, right? We're going to turn, connect, pull back, circle around, pick up that right foot, turn it so it's parallel, shift all of your weight. Nice, Jamaica. And right arm up, left arm down. All right. Pretty good. All right, let's do it one more time. Here's what I want. Watch me for a second before you do it. Okay, so from here, we're going to turn, we're going to pull, we're going to circle, pick up, come over, our glance just goes over here real briefly, and then we come up like this. And when you're like this, okay, when you're like this, make sure you're not like this, right? And make sure you're not like this, right? It's just a little bit of a forward. In fact, if you look, you can kind of see that it makes sense because my head is kind of almost like in line with that foot. It's just really interesting. It's just, that may be the camera angle. Looks better, Jamaica. Looks better. Don't pull your shoulder back. The shoulder, it kind of looks like you were doing this.
No wonder my shoulder hurts so much.
Oh yeah, don't make it hurt. Hey, that looks better. Is that all right?
That's way better. That made it quit hurting where it's been killing me. Wow.
Well, don't let it hurt. If it's body's telling you something when it hurts.
Well, I have issues.
You have issues. I get that. I get that. Well, here's an issue you don't have to have maybe, because it actually it looks better that way. Okay, keep going, Gail. You almost got it. Nice. Nice, Eric. All right. All right. You're almost there, Dario. Almost there. Yep, that's nice ending position. All right, any more questions about that? We will continue working on these moves as we go through the form. How would you like to start the brush knee sequence? How about I show it to you? Does that work? All right. All right, this is a lovely sequence. Trying to figure out which way, we'll just go this way. We'll go this way. So here we are in White Crane. And this sequence, the basic sequence is a left brush knee. And that's because the left foot goes out, even though your right arm is doing a lot. Then, I'm sorry. And then you're going to do a hand strums the lute. See me strumming the lute here? And another left brush knee. This is one of 3 brush knees we're going to do right now, because now we're going to do this exact same move kind of on the other side. Right brush knee. And then back to a left brush knee. And into another strum salute. And a final left brush knee. Now you probably didn't notice this, but you'll notice that I started out with my feet shoulder width apart on these lines. So little by little, that sequence also moves us back in the room that we're demonstrating. So it's just one of those things to know. It's changing your relationship with your opponent to a certain extent, if your opponent stayed where your opponent was the whole time, if you were thinking martially. So that's the sequence that we're going to be doing. And one of the reasons for studying brush knee is not only to see that you can combine it with other things, which you absolutely can. It teaches us, there's lots to be added into our Tai Chi toolkit with brush knee, just a whole bunches of stuff, not to mention some fun things we can do. So last week we were talking about circling, and we were just circling. And so I want you to just get back to this circling. You know, we were doing it this way before, but see if you can keep the. Oh, you guys are great. See if you can keep those. See how my upper arms are really weird, like I was some kind of funky doll, where my upper. Oh, Dorothy, that's fabulous. Where they could always stay in the same place. And I want you to get used to, beautiful, used to really relaxing these elbows, because we're going to do a lot of this in general, and we're going to want to keep our elbows down when we do. And in order to keep our elbows down when we do and sort of stay in a plane, we have to kind of relax those elbows, and that's one way to do it. So don't hurt yourself. Be just very, very gentle with what you're doing. Nice, Dario. You're getting. I like that, Dario. Dario's got his shoulders are down, but he's way up here. Now, in our Tai Chi position, we're not there, but it's interesting. You could animate a character who would look really interesting that way. It's interesting to see what our bodies will do and what they won't, right? Because you have this elbow joint and it only does so much, right? When in doubt, when you are circling, if you think of painting this is one of Nancy Lucero's things that she says. If you think of, I'm going to take these off for a minute. If you think of painting on the wall, you always keep your body shape. See how I'm going to turn a little bit to do this? Paint on the wall, but let your fingers go down the wall. These fingers, not the thumb, these fingers, and keep that as long as you can. Keep that index finger on the wall, and that will help you. The same thing if you're coming up. If you're coming up, same thing. Keep that index finger on the wall. It will help you to keep in the plane. All right, well, there's another easier way now that I've told you the hard way to do it. And that is that, did anybody here when you were 5 years old or 6 years old or 7 years old, depends on what country you were in probably, and also what generation you were in. So I'm pretty sure that Dario and Eric and a few of the rest of us didn't do this, but maybe you did because you had someone who taught it to you. Did anybody here do hokey pokey?
I think, yeah, it was a long time ago.
A long time ago. Okay, yeah, like
Oh
5
yeah,
years
I
old
remember
or
that.
4 years old, right? Well, we're going to do a variation of that if you want, or you can just do the exercise. But we're going to do it on both sides because all these skills you have to have on both sides, right? For brush knee. But I want you to put a foot out. You can put your right foot to the corner or not. Put an arm up in front of you, okay? And we're going to swing that arm. Just swing, and it's going to go, and you're going to turn, right? You're going to turn, and then you're going to put this other foot out, right? So it's like, we put this foot out, this foot out, we put this foot out, and we shake it all about. And then, of course, we do this thing. You remember this? Hokey pokey?
Yes.
As we turn ourselves around. So that's what it's all about. So now we put the other foot out, so we put the other foot out. I want you turning. This is a swing step. Swing step. We put the other foot out. We put the other foot out. We put the other foot out, and we shake it all about. And then you can do it again if you want. You can get as crazy as you want. All right. What I want you to notice is a couple of things. When you did that, so do it again. You don't have to do the hokey pokey song, but do it again. I want you going out like a bow step. So look down and see if your foot is going wide enough. Because I need you to do two things. I need you to turn your upper body. I need you to step out too. Okay, and I need you to watch where your arm is going. Nice. Nice. I'm not going to watch because I'm watching you now. Okay, and then do it with the other one. So here. And check that foot that goes out for a bow step. Heel first. This is a swing step. What I wanted you to notice is that this swing is this. Okay, Jamaica, let it go down unless you have a bad elbow. Oh, it's a shoulder? It's really not your shoulder. It's your elbow. It's just, yeah, you don't have to lift your shoulder at all. If you held your shoulder, and that might be something you want to do. If it hurts, don't do it. Or just do it like this. It's all right. Don't ever do something that hurts too much. So or hurts, right? Because that gets you in a world of pain. Remember that 70%? All right. So body shape. We've been talking about body shape. So you never, ever, ever, you can be that tree. Remember the trees? We grew the trees, we grew the trees, we grew the trees, we grew the trees, but they always stayed round. Always, always. So when we're doing this, you always stay round. Those elbows never ever come past the side of my body. In fact, they're a little bit in front. But notice that if I turn my upper body, I can really turn, right?
Right?
I can still save my circle. Okay, so you want to make sure that you don't violate that circle. Make sense? All right, so this is body shape, and all of you are doing so much better on body shape. So I'm saying this mostly to preaching to the choir on this one. There are real reasons for this, because now we're going to start throwing. Does anybody throw? Do you like to play real catch? I mean, I'm not talking about for your dog, right? I'm not talking about toss it. I'm talking about like go out for a long one, right? Anyone throw a football? No, Dorothy says, not if I don't have to. Anybody throw an anything? Did you ever?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, all right. All right, Eric, you did. All right, so
In school, yeah.
in school, right, they made you do it sometime, right?
Yeah.
If you didn't want to, you still had to do it. So, I mean, you had to like wind up and throw, right? You had to wind up and throw. Well, think about that. What does it take to throw? What happens in your body? Thank you, Tia.
Body has to turn as well.
Your body has to turn. It turns when you wind up, doesn't it? And oh my gosh, look at that. There's that swing step. You go back and you turn and your arm goes up, and then you turn back, right? Yeah, Jamaica, if they'd only told you that when you were kids, you might have really enjoyed throwing, right? I mean, shoot, right? So try it. Try it. Put whatever kind of ball you want in your hand. And just you can be anything you want right now, because only me making a fool of themselves on the video, right? But I want you to feel that actually, if you let your arm swing with a turn and a turn back, it can do all the throwing. You don't have to push it. Nice, Dorothy, looking better.
It's also like serving and pickleball. I guess you got to get your, or probably tennis as well.
Okay, like if you
gotta-
play tennis,
You
right?
got to get your whole, especially how to serve. Yeah.
Right, and you might even get your lower body going first, and then you're whipping your upper body. There's lots of different ways to do that. So homework assignment, throw some balls, see what happens. Brush knee and push is actually brush knee and strike. And we're going to do a strike. And what we're doing is we're throwing the strike. It's a whole lot easier to remember this move, at least for somebody like me. May not be for you. If you have got the hokey pokey already, which everybody here does, and then you don't think hokey pokey, you think put a ball in my hand. So you got a ball or a pie. Somebody said, it's a lot more like throwing pies. Like, I've got this pie and the person's coming towards me and I just push it right in their face. Right? and so you're going to have to do this on both sides. And that's the sad news, because a lot of people who are right-handed are going to have a problem with the right brush knee. And a lot of people who are left-handed are going to have a problem with the left brush knee. But that's what this is. This is a throw. And we do all the things that somebody does when they want to make a big throw. So if you ever watch sports, you will see this. If you watch sports, you will see people, they will wind themselves up and then they will swing, step, and then they will move forward and turn here, and it will propel. And then at the last minute, they'll bend, they'll come all the way square, and then they'll push down at the last minute, and that ball will go flying out. This is exactly, you remember when you pushed, when we pushed, you're really pushing that car and thinking about it, you pushed down with this front foot at the end, because if you didn't, you would have gone forward with it. The same thing is true of brush knee and push. So my advice to you is in learning this move, you can learn all the little pieces, and we'll go through, as you know, all the little pieces, right? But it is at root. It is, I'm gonna throw, and then I'm gonna throw, and then I'm gonna throw. And you can see if you're throwing a strike in martially, if you can keep coming, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, then you can get away, or you can get where you need to get. So, so that's our introduction. So when you're doing it, if you get lost, chances are you're not doing the hokey pokey, right? And chances are, once you've done the hokey pokey, instead of just coming back this way, go forward and throw that ball. And then you'll have brush knee. That's what you want. Now, the problem is you've got to get there. So let's see if we can get there, both in our footwork and in our upper body. Because right now we are in, let's see, white crane. Okay, so here we are in white crane. Our right foot is out to the corner, and our left foot is here. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to shift our weight back. What's our footwork? We're going to shift our weight back. Easy peasy on this one. We're going to shift our weight back, but make sure we can control it. Even as our arm goes back, even as our arm is going to swing back, hokey pokey style, that's all it is. It's the hokey pokey footwork. Except it starts up here, which is pretty easy. So it's the hokey pokey footwork. And then heel, ball, toe, bend knee. So you end up bend knee in a regular bow stance. So that's pretty darn easy to start with. So let's just do it again. Here we are. We're going to do the hands in a minute. We're going to shift our weight a little back, stand here, and push and just move that heel over, shoulder width apart. Heel, ball, toe, bend knee. Now it's going to feel a little different because you're really going to turn it into the hokey pokey with a swing. So let's put this arm here, and you're going to swing. You're going to turn away from me right now and step out hokey pokey style. Nice. And then you're just going to go heel, ball, toe, bend knee. Let's try it for over here so you're not having to look away from me. Wouldn't that be nice? So let's see, where are we here? Guess we're here. Not sure I had that right before. We're here, and we're gonna, okay. So we're here. I'm gonna show you what to do with the arm. Actually, why don't I go ahead and show you what to do? No, I'm not gonna show you. Okay, what you are gonna do is turn your upper body. We're gonna put that in now, okay? So remember, you're gonna turn and look, and your shoulders are gonna turn. So that's a little tricky. Our weight goes back. We turn and look. It's hokey pokey, remember? That's what we do in hokey pokey. And our heel goes over. Then heel, ball, toe, turn, only our chest back, only our upper body here. Our waist comes back. And that's on the bend knee. So you've done hokey pokey, which is basically the footwork. It's really a lot easier to do this footwork if we do the whole thing together. But how do we get into this throwing, right? How do we get into the throwing? Well, we're here. I'm going to get a little closer. That will be better. We're here. What I want you to do first is as your weight is coming over, your weight right now is centered over your heel predominantly, but you've got 30% forward. I want you to pull all the weight over your right leg. And as you do, you're going to relax your shoulder and your elbow and let your elbow drop. I'm going to show you that from the front. You're going to go like this. Okay? Like this. You can read what's on your hand. It's right in front of your shoulder. Okay? So from here, we're going to get closer. I want you to be able to see my feet though. There we go. All right. From here, we're going to drop the elbow and rotate the right arm. Drop the elbow, rotate the right arm. You're just barely starting to come back. And check out my left arm. Check out my left arm. My left arm is going to go thumb up sideways. It's still got this bend, right? It's still sort of cocked. It's still sitting. It's not like this. It's like this. But it was like this, and now it goes like this. Okay? First, part one. Part one. Two things move together. Okay? This hand and this hand, and the right hand. I need to be closer so you can see that. Here. Got it? Here. Got it? Then you're going to shift your weight, and this arm, let me just show you what this arm is going to do. This left arm is going to come up and then over. Okay, try that again. So it was down here. It does this. This is the left arm. It comes up and then it goes over. From here, it goes sideways, up. There's an up, beautiful yin yang up down here. And then it comes over when you start to swing. When you start to swing, it's going to come over and you're going to end up with one of these things where the fingers are pointing towards the middle forearm. As you hokey pokey that arm with your fingers up. Okay? Looks good, Dario.
The way I like sort of drop my arm, I always imagine it's like I'm pulling a stuck baseball out of like a gutter downspout.
I love it.
Huh.
And then you're going to be able to throw it. All right. So get your ball, everyone. Dario's got it for us. All right. So here we are. So you're going to drop that elbow, get that ball out of the downspout. The left arm is rising, and right here, everything should feel centered, and your weight is starting to come back. Just enough that you can now really have all the weight go on your right leg so that you can swing and do the hokey pokey step. Looking really good. All right. Really, really good. So I'm gonna do it from here now. You're looking over your left shoulder. If you're sort of next to me, shoulder to shoulder, going the same direction. So right arm goes to, right elbow falls, left arm comes up, turn, shift all the way on the right foot, hokey pokey, step, swing, step. End of the swing, end of the step. Now what are you going to do? I want you to polish the table with your left arm. It's a huge table. So let's just have the left arm for the moment. As you come forward, polish the table all the way out here. Just shoo. Okay, just all the way out here. But you haven't really bent that knee yet. And you're still, you were bent all the way here. Now you're just, instead of being really as open almost to the side as you were before, you're now just open to the corner. And then you come square with your chest. And this left arm comes down as you bend your knee, comes down right here. So this left arm journey is, I come up, I go over to point at the hokey pokey. Then I'm going to polish the table, and my gaze is going to follow that left arm. Polish the table all the way, heel, ball, toe. Do you see how my foot's gone down? Heel, ball, toe. Then I'm going to bend that knee as it comes down and push down with that arm. Okay? From here, this arm throws that ball it has in its hand. It comes right by the shoulder. It does this. Yeah, it does this. But it doesn't do that because you swing and you move forward. So even though it's headed for right here, and you didn't have to do really anything to have it do that, right? That's pretty easy. It just circles around. Because you're moving through, you get all this energy and it just flies forward. And in the end, that right hand, there's this nice meaty part right here of your hand. And that's where you're striking, right here. If any of you take classes from Nancy Sarah when she's doing her Tai Chi and she's not striking anything, you will see this part get red. I swear. It will get, right, Gail? It gets bright red. It's just, it's not bizarre. It's because she has such clear intent that that's where all the blood goes. It's really pretty amazing. So, all All right, so this is what it looks like. Right hand's coming down, left is coming up. All my weight's on the right, swing step, hokey pokey, right? This hand, fingers pointing towards the middle forearm. But look here, there's lots of room between them, right? All I've done is root here with my left foot. Then I'm going to polish the table. I didn't tell you about this arm. This arm's going to, just remember it's swinging and coming in. It's swinging and coming in to the shoulder, but I turn and so it flies out. That's why if you think about throwing, it becomes so much easier. Yes, Jamaica, yes. Yes. All right, so we're going to do it from here together. From white crane. Drop the elbow and look at your palm. As your left hand turns and rises, your weight shifts back, hokey pokey step. Polish the table, strike, bend knee. All right, and again, if you're throwing a ball, you will naturally square your shoulders at the end. All right, now I'm going to help out. I hope this helps by, maybe it's not going to help you guys because we just not, I was going to offer to do it as a, in mirror image. Is that going to help or hurt? I don't hear any super fans for doing it, so we won't. We'll do it this way first. See if that works for you. All right. All right. From here, right arm descending, left arm turning and coming up. I'm turning. I'm turning. Here we go. Hokey pokey swing step. Now moving my weight forward. Right arm is going to come to shoulder. Right arm, shoulder. Right arm, shoulder. Left arm is going to go out. I don't know if you can see that. Left arm goes out, out. As I heel, ball, toe, and then turn my upper body, bend my left knee, and finally strike out. We'll do it from here. From white crane. Shifting back. One up, one down. Swing. Step. Polish the table. Arm to the shoulder. Bend knee, turn your chest. Not that your chest hasn't been turning the whole time. Looking good. One more time from this angle. And starting to shift back. Turning. One up, one down. Swing, step. Polish the table. And strike. Thinking about a ball now. You've been messing around with that ball that's stuck up there. You're getting that ball. You're pulling it down. You're coming up with the other arm. You're going back because you're going to throw it really, really far and powerfully. So if you're doing it in slow motion, you're thinking that your arm is going to come here almost like you had suspenders on or some other kind of straps that you could put your fingers under right here. Right? So think of that. Think of that. So it doesn't come way out here. You're aiming here. When you have momentum, it will actually come there. You see how it seems to come right from there? But I didn't put it there. It comes there naturally because that's how you throw straight if you're really throwing. You want to keep your elbow down, Dario. Keep the, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Shall we add this on to what we've been doing? I know you really want to practice it.
Mhm.
Any questions first?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a question about the tape on the floor.
Yes.
Can I put that on carpet, okay? And on
No.
rug?
Sorry. I'm not going to get into that because someone tried it. I did not say anything, but they told me afterwards. Actually, it was someone who worked at our school, tried it on their carpet, and they had a very hard time cleaning the carpet. So I can't promise you, if you have a little piece of carpet somewhere that doesn't matter, or if you want to try to mark it in a different way, just think if there's a way you can, if you want to just have something that you can do, but you kind of learn in the end what your shoulders width part is. You start to see it.
They might be able to do something with chalk that can be vacuumed up.
Yes, good point. Very good point.
Blue tape tends to work pretty well because it's designed for painting, so it's designed to not leave any residue when it comes up.
It's true. However, you're going to be stepping on it, and
Yeah.
evidently that's what they tried. That's what this is. This is painter's tape. Yeah, it's exactly what this is. So I would be careful with it on a rug, but if you've got, and I don't leave it on more than for 2 classes, 10 days. I've left it on longer, but then I wash the floor underneath just to make sure it's not building up. Something, it's sticky, right? Something comes off a little bit. So, all right, let us do everything we know so far. Prepare. Opening. Our arms rising. And then pushing down. Left ward off. Opening to the right. Turning back, pressing a button, and look at that closed step. Right ward off. That grab, pull left. Close step. It's a lot of that, isn't there? Roll back. Oh, we're turning to the right and our arms fly out right. And then big turn to the left as we come back. Reeling our arms in as we stay back and turn more square. And then we're sort of to the corner with our chest. Opening. Push. Up the diagonal. Single whip. Throw them in the corner. Circle around. Up for that hook. And strike. Shifting back, turning to the right, all our weight left. We're going to circle those arms. Empty step with the heel touch. Raise hands and step forward. White crane. Rotating, connecting, pulling down, circling. Ooh, that step, shoulder strike. White crane spreads its beautiful wings. Aha! We're going to drop that elbow, descending right, coming up left, turn, hokey pokey, and throw that gutter ball all the way. Nice. Eric, you actually looked like you might have a ball in your hand when you did that. Like you were pushing against something. It was really nice coordination. I want you all to know that I can't really see everyone at once. The good news is I can see you clearly when I look at you because you're big, but the bad news is I don't take it all in because it's just a little too complicated. So if you're feeling like you're not always seen, you aren't always seen, but I do see you eventually. And I do have a copy that's never made public of this part of, just of the gallery. So I get to look at it between sessions. So that's really nice because then I can know what feedback I need to give you. Any last minute questions? Yeah, Gail?
Remind me when we do empty stands for white crane,
Uh-huh.
is it on our ball or on our heel?
It's on our ball, and if I didn't do it that way, that would have been my problem. So this is white crane. It's hard to see because I don't. My heel is not touching, but it sure looks like it is. Right. Right. So, yeah. All right. Let's close class. Thank you, everyone. Looking good.
Thank